Hey, what is up everybody? So we have the PSP in the house, and I actually did one of these videos not too long ago, and you guys wanted to see an updated one in 2018, and let's actually take a look at it. So the first PSP, which is the PSP 1000, came out in 2004, and I didn't personally have one, but my brother did, and I played with it all the time, and I was like, dude, this is the craziest thing, like this is the greatest thing that's ever been invented. And I picked up a PSP 2000 about, I would say 8 months ago, something around that time, and the one I got actually cost $20, which is literally not that expensive at all. I did have to buy a charger for it, but honestly it's not that big of a deal. But the PSP 2000 came out in 2007, and the others, came out after that. Look pretty similar to this. The PSP 3000, I think the biggest change was PSP Go, but I just remember feeling it and holding it, and I was like, you know what, it feels really premium at that time, but now it feels pretty cheap. It's basically built out of plastic completely, and comparing it to other devices, especially to this day, it's actually really cheap. It's pretty thick though too. I'm surprised that the PSP 1000 was thicker than this. I don't really remember, one being thicker than the other, but man, this thing is still pretty thick. It still uses the UMD slot too, but it can run games through the memory card, and if you finesse your way into it, you can get PSP ROMs working on this too. There's a removable battery as well, which is a really good selling point for this device because the PSP wasn't really known for having great battery life, so it's really cool that you can bring an extra battery with you. And talking about the selling points for the PSP, the game selection is pretty big. I don't know if the gaming selection is as vast and big as the DS's, but it's still very big. So you have like high intensity, like graphically intensive games, which at the time were pretty impressive, and they still are. And like I said, some games had really amazing graphics, and you can even get like basic games like Loco Roco and stuff like that. And I even remember that DS counterparts for games, which the PSP and DS both got, the PSP one always had much better graphics than the DS's. Now the craziest thing about this, and the reason I picked one up, is that you can actually run Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 1, Game Boy Color, and even Nintendo 64 emulators on it, with even more emulators than that. It's definitely amazing. Now you can't do it right out of the box. You do have to like modify and stuff like that, and you need to be on a certain firmware. It's pretty much like jailbreaking your PSP, but it's really awesome and it's really worth it. And I would think that's one of the major reasons to pick one up, especially in 2018. Now, a lot of people told me to get a Vita, and I actually did. The video for that is coming soon, I think in next week or so. But the PSP is still a decent contender in my eyes. It's not the best console ever made. It's not even the best portable console ever made. And I don't know, this is kind of a controversial opinion, but I don't know if I like my DSi XL a bit more than this. They're both kind of, have their pros and cons. If I was going on a trip and I could only bring one, I would probably bring my DSi XL. But this thing has a lot of life in it. If mine was in better condition and the battery life lasted a bit longer, then I would probably use it a lot more. So is it worth it in 2018? Of course it is, man. Like, it's just a gaming console, It was a huge stepping stone for Sony, especially to get into the portable gaming market. They had the PlayStations, they had the PS2 locked down. So it's kind of cool that they brought a portable console that had really high graphics at the time. And I love the fact that you can modify it. You can play all sorts of different games on it. So guys, that's my take on it. If you guys have a different opinion or something like that, leave it down in the comment section below. If you guys have other questions or answers or anything, leave that down in the comment section below too. I read all the comments and everything, so leave a like on it as well. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Like I said, PS Vita video in 2018 is coming out very soon. Check out the links in the description as well. That means so much. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.